Hello, this is Chaneta, author How to Have This and That, and Awake, Aware, and Conscious, etc. My topic is fasting from negative thoughts. That's what we're going to talk about today. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 7, what he, a person, thinks is what he really is. And Romans chapter 12 and verse 2 adds, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know that God's will for you is good, pleasing, and perfect. I'm in a park, so I'm looking around. It's perfect days, 80 degrees. If you find yourself inundated with negative thoughts, it might be time for you to change the narrative by going on a fast from negative thoughts. A long time ago, when I thought about fasting, it was associated with giving up some kind of food stuff or not eating at all for a day or two or a week or whatever people do when we fast. But when you go on a negative fast, that is fasting from negativity, it's quite the opposite. What you do is actively tune out all the negative things around you and transform your mindset to a more automatic positive approach and more automatic self-talk. It can be tough to quiet the mind from negative things, especially when it feels like you're faced with scary statistics everywhere you turn in your life and in the world. So unless you make a conscious decision to step away from negativity, it might stick around, and like quicksand, it sucks you under. That said, negative fasting fasting from negativity isn't about ignoring all the negativity around you, no, but it's focusing on being determined to manage the negativity that consume you, and focus more on the positive things. When you are awake, aware, and conscious, that is AAC, you become more aware by the minute. The minute you start thinking something negative, you can stop it immediately, because why? You are AAC, you're living more consciously. There are benefits from fasting from negative thoughts, and one of the benefits is that it helps you break through negative thought loops. You learn to control your emotions in a healthier way, and as a result, you are happier and more optimistic. Your health is better as well. Your thoughts have energy. You know that. And your dominant thoughts, mostly if they're negative, you will have negative life experiences. Like attracts like. So it says the law of attraction. So if you're more positive, you're going to attract what? More positive things. Make sense? Right or right? So how do you start fasting from negative thinking? One thing is trying to get off social media and stop listening to the continuous negative news for the next week. I know in this day and age, it might be a little challenging, but I know for me, it was challenging at first, but oh my goodness, it was so worth it. It's amazing how when we focus on the positive, our life starts changing. And when we do resume the social media, we tend to want to do more positive groups. People who dropped from social media were happier within days, socialized with their family and their friends, had less polarizing news, disconnect from the news and the social media. For the next week, just try doing that. Just try disconnecting, see how happier you'll be. Another step is to start thinking more from gratitude and incorporate gratitude and appreciation into your daily routine. You will be so busy thinking of the good things that you have, there will be no room to dwell on the things that are not working for you. I believe that our thoughts create our reality. That is our predominant thoughts. But look at your life. Prove me right. You are living your predominant thoughts, positive or negative. Is it easy to go on a fast from negativity? No, it's not. Especially when you are bombarded during the day with negative people, social media, and the continuous negative news. I tell you one thing. Fasting from negativity may not be easy at first, but it is powerful. It is positively life-changing. Your negative thoughts have momentum, and if you're in a negative rut, it is hard to get out of that. The good news is positive thoughts have momentum too. And with little effort, you can break the negative thought patterns and replace them with good, life-changing, positive thoughts. So be awake, aware, and conscious. Look for my book on Amazon. It's called Awake, Aware, and Conscious. When you are AAC, that is awake, aware, and conscious, you are aware when your thinking turns negative, and you can cancel it at once and change it immediately to a positive one. The more you are AAC, the more you will find yourself talking positively to yourself and talking to people positively. The life experience you will have will be completely different and so much more powerful. Prove it to yourself. Start right now to fast from negative thinking. Be awake, aware, and conscious so that, as I said, you can interrupt these negative thoughts when it starts sliding into your mind. It's easy to do, right? When you are with a group of people, for example, that are chatting mostly about negative things, either change it to something positive or leave the space. Negative thinking is not good for your health either. Your body responds to your predominant thinking. Stop imagining the worst that could happen. Start imagining all the good things that could possibly happen for you instead. Several research studies show that we have about 50,000 plus thoughts a day. And most of our thoughts are just random nonsense. I know when I started observing, I noticed that as well. But we can change that by being more conscious. Change it from the negative to the positive, because a lot of those thoughts are predominantly negative thoughts. And so we need to focus on our dreams and our goals and the solutions to our problems and not otherwise. Because it has been estimated that 70 to 80% of our thoughts are negative. Oh my God, that's a lot of negative thoughts bombarding our minds daily. Now, imagine what your life would be like if you had mostly positive thoughts. First of all, you will feel better to begin with. You would reach your goals and the solutions to your problems much faster. Think about that. Ephesians 4:29, let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. Let all bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you, and all malice. Romans 12:2, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and prove that God's will is good, pleasing, and perfect. Okay, and Proverbs again, you can go quote me all this in the Bible. 12:18, there is one who speaks like piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise promotes health. So how do you act when you either hear or find out that someone said something offensive and negative about you? Is your initial reaction one of, I can't believe they said that. I'm really offended. I can't help but feel bitter about so and so. Why don't people treat me right? What have I done for them to treat me like this? I'm better off by myself, so on and so forth. The key is to always remember that one thing is you're not responsible for other people's words and actions. Other people's words only affect you if you allow them to. They are not really important at all. The only thing that's important is what you think about yourself and how you're speaking to yourself. So move out of that negative space and move into the positive space and surround yourself with light, love, and energy. Do not condemn yourself, and you will not be condemned. There's somewhere in the Bible, Luke something. Forgive and you will be forgiven. So how many of us live by these words? We all day long are simply overwhelmed with those things that don't matter. You get the point, right? So let's make an effort to go from negative thoughts to positive thoughts, including self-talking as well. Let's believe in God's promises no matter how our lives look. Because as long as we're breathing, these promises work for us. If we believe they work for us and we apply them, I'm repeating them to our lives. Look at Ephesians, it says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, pure, lovely, admirable, etc., etc., if anything is excellent and praiseworthy, think about these things. I wonder why it says that. Duh. Isn't it wonderful that you can start now to fast from negativity and start a new way of creating joy and well-being in your life? Yes, it is wonderful. Hi, this is Chaneta, author of How to Have This and That, A Wicked Way of Conscious. You can find my books on Amazon. Thank you for going there and buying it. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up. Share with your family and your friends and your social media group, the positive groups. And click yes to my channel, like, and contact me for speaking engagements and workshops. Follow me on Facebook, Chaneta V. Cummings Lewis. My fan page is Health, Wealth, and Time Freedom. Thank you for being a part of my life, where all things are possible. Thank you. Be awake, aware, and conscious.